Yeah. Tonight it's the second of our EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Tonight it's the second of at the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela. We are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Tonight it's the second of our Monday night doubleheader, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. The second of two games tonight. It's the Browns and Steelers underway to wrap up week 2.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Throwing first play is Pickett.
Here's Johnson with a reception.
And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. And they'll send the tight end in motion.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3. We can look at this Browns defense.
They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing.
Jakeem Grant deep for Cleveland.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 42.
A guy coming off his best season as a pro. Here's Nick Chubb.
Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
And Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
And he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to throw, Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. Now a 1st down throw, Watson.
Into the hands of Cedric Tillman.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They got 29 yards that time.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now Chubb running right. Breaks a tackle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last
touchdown! Cedric Tillman with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Browns put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left.
Now run straight ahead with Warren.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
The Steelers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in Week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll let it fly for Austin.
This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he is going to lose yardage here. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Pickett sets up play action.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Zadarius Smith, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Hands to the up man. This is Watt. And he'll take this one down near the 15. And 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it, and on that play you did. So you've got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Rigoberto Sanchez set to kick off.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race.
Nick Chubb.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb.
His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Here's Pickett.
Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Watson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And out of bounds right around the 20. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now it's Watson. And, oh, it'll be intercepted.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Harris running straight ahead. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Pickett finding Johnson there. 1st down, Steelers.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Second and 9.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
Back to throw. Pickett. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Pickett back to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty
There he goes, left side.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line.
A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. throw left side complete. That's Moore. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass.
Watson. He'll buy some time right.
The pass caught by his running back, Nick Chubb.
Touchdown, Browns.
Touchdown.
Nick Chubb. He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Steelers 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The false start backs him up 5, first and 15.
From the gun, here's Pickett. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Looking to throw, Pickett. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
At the 40-yard line.
Watson on first down.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Now a second and 10.
Here's Watson.
He's got the connection to Moore.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Now Watson. He's got the connection to Cooper. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They will indeed snap it to Watson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they wind up getting 4 there on 4th and 1.
Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
On first down, it's Watson. Did he get the feet down? Yes! Touchdown! Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half.
And the Browns are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
On first and 10, Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
First down, Browns.
Set. 24 down, he's coming.
Looking left side, that's caught by Moore.
Watson's pass.
Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's Watson. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
39. 26.
Watson looks to throw again.
He'll get this complete to Tillman.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Watson now to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Hopkins' kick is good.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
They're on the 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now a first down carry for Harris. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game. And really, they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game. And I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage. I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Here's Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Now Pickett.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers.
Deontay Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Steelers get a bit closer.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 6, just inside the 30. And Chubb will try the middle here. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. On the return is Peterson. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
2nd and 10.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Now Pickett changing the play.
Now back to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 15.
Pickett back to throw. Here's one deep for Pickens.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Returnable for Grant. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb.
109 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. T.J. Watt, always the disruptor, there to blow that play up.
Set.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll try the air now with Watson. He's got Akins, the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Browns are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake.
They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
But it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get your reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And out of bounds right around the 20.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Watson on 3rd down. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling, but inside is thinking 24-hour rule, because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Hopkins with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
On the give, this is Harris. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Pickett looking to throw on second down.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Pickett.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Pickett, 4th down, desperation time.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 139 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Chubb on the read option.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.